Greetings everyone and welcome back to a new video. Now today you'll see my face and a bit of like mashups of things I'm gonna be recording for my YouTube because I wanted to talk about some updates I want to give you. So I don't normally do channel updates. I find it such a weird concept because I can always put it on the community tab or on Twitter and stuff like that. And I did partially, but I feel like I kind of want to talk about it more abroad. There's more things I wanted to mention. First of all, I have noticed, and I said this in my 1,000 subscriber thank you video, that I had a influx of people watching my channel since October-ish of last year. That being said, I do want to mention that I have a lot more content before that time period, and sometimes it feels like it's a little bit forgotten. But fear not, because today I wanted to talk about some of my old content, and I also wanted to specifically talk about the updates I was mentioning. So, I've been working a lot on my channel in the background lately. Like, honestly, I've been spending quite a couple hours a day on just getting everything neatly done and ready and stuff like that. Obviously, I already have done playlists and stuff like that, but I'm talking about other stuff. Now, the first thing is I feel like my thumbnails have slightly gotten a little bit better overall compared to like 2-3 years ago. So I decided to look up some old Let's Plays I made, and I basically just redone the thumbnails to make them look a little bit more appealing, especially for the YouTube algorithm, I guess, but also just make it feel more clickable than what I used to have. Sometimes I made them too busy and there's just too many things on the screen of the thumbnail and it's a bit confusing and convoluted. And nowadays I wanted to kind of keep it neatly. I just want to give a number on which episode I am for a Let's Play, just the title of the game, a nice screenshot, and a border to just make it look a little bit better. And that's it. But before that, I used to have splashes. I used to have bars around the text where I wrote which episode we were on. I had the logo. I had like 2 characters on the screen. I had 6 different colors. And extra like gradients to make the, the thumbnail pop, but I'm sick and tired of that shit. I don't know why it came into my mind, but I thought, you know what, I wanted to keep it more simple, more neat. I'm currently, probably as I'm talking, I'm showing a little bit of the progress I was talking about. There's some videos that I wanted to show you where I've been working on the type of thumbnails and generally just making them look a little bit more appealing. I have also been working on the titles. I feel like, especially with older Let's Plays, I would usually title it like Let's Play Vertical Line, let's say Gothic 3, Vertical Line, #1 or Episode 1. And that's kind of it. And nowadays I changed it. I'll probably show it on screen yet again. I usually have a slight description of the episode. Usually I didn't have time to obviously watch the 3 hours again. But I did spend some time watching snippets and see if there was anything that caught my attention. And I was thinking, you know what? I want this on the title. Now, it isn't anything new for me because I am already doing that with my current content. But for the old content, I don't. And while I think like in terms of like me talking about the game and me commenting on my gameplay and stuff has only slightly improved, it's still always just going to be a little bit of the same. I don't think I have changed much in 2 years. And I feel like if people find it worth like to watch my newer content, I feel like they should also maybe spend some time on watching the old content in the sense of that they just don't know it's there. Because usually the mentality is that the newer the videos, the better the person has become in making videos. But I feel like for me, obviously, even though this channel is like 3 or 4 years old, I think, I have been doing YouTube since 2013 and I feel like I've already hit my plateau. Obviously, I always try to keep improving. And nowadays, for example, I'm improving on the ways of the title. I add links to the first episode of the Let's Play and a link to the playlist. I add chapters, very simple ones to make sure that people can skip some unnecessary parts. And I also wanted to talk a little bit more about that in a second. And make the titles a little bit more appealing and not too... Because what I mentioned with titles is that sometimes I wrote my titles to the point that I couldn't fully write the description of that episode because I was already on like 95 characters out of 100 and I just couldn't do it. And I feel like I've been able to, for example, for the Enderal Let's Play, Forgotten Stories, the mod pack, I actually slowed it down a bit with the title. And from the average of 92 characters, it went down to like 75, 78. So I feel like that's a little bit better. So I have more time to describe what I'm doing in the game because I don't need to put let's play this and that and then go to, you know, it's kind of pointless because I feel like it's just, it makes the titles feel too busy, I guess. And I don't like that. I'm still working on it. I'm currently looking at it. I'm missing a couple let's plays of Endril and to like update the title. But I am working on it and I want to make sure it's a little bit better because I just want to have more room to write about something that I'm doing rather than just talking about the titles of the game, which mod I'm using, which episode, because instead of writing episode 1, I can just use the number 1 and put it in between brackets and call it a day, because then I have more space and room for other stuff. Especially because algorithm-wise and text-wise, if I write episode in each video, that's like, if I make 10 videos and every video has the title episode, that's nothing new. Whereas if I remove the word episode and I use it to describe something extra in the game, that's a different word, different title, and it can be used to talk about that specific video. And if it helps me more than just calling it episode. Aside from that, playlists are already nice. I always try to neatly pack them together. So people can make sure to just check them out from episode 1 till forward, because I do notice some YouTubers sometimes sadly forget to make Let's Plays, and I have to check Let's Plays that other users make for the YouTuber, so I can check what the first episode is, especially when YouTubers nowadays, they make their thumbnails so that they don't really show on which episode they are at, and the title also doesn't really show which episode they are on, and it always confuses me. So for now, I keep it pretty old school. Episode name, episode title, episode number. Yeah, basically that. Almost didn't make any sense, but you know what I mean. But the other thing I wanted to mention is that most of my older Let's Plays are VODs. They are from Twitch. They are pretty much streamed. They have a starting screen. They have breaks in between. They have end screens. And I don't edit them. Now, the big reason why I didn't edit them to begin with was because back in the day, my quality was 720p, 60 FPS, because I was not an affiliate. I could not really gamble on using a higher resolution. So I was kind of stuck on the resolution that I was streaming at. And I also noticed that the bitrate sometimes couldn't keep up with certain videos that I was making. And it was too jarring for me because I like quality. I want to see crispy videos. It makes me feel good when I'm watching crispy videos. I want my microphone quality to be decent. I want my camera quality to be decent. This is not to make myself be or look better. It's just for myself. I want to just be the best that I can be. I know some people would be like, oh, you can just, I started YouTube with a potato microphone and a potato camera, and look at me now, you know, I go 2 million subs and stuff. And I'm like, yeah, sure. But that's your way of doing it. And for me, I just wanted to have decent quality from the start, because it makes me feel good about myself. It's not for the others. It's just purely for me. Might sound selfish, but I like myself, right, lads? And I want my YouTube to be the best version of myself, basically. But basically, the VODs, they have a starting screen. And while I do actually spend the time, it's only like a couple minutes, to make timestamps. Like I said, probably earlier in the video, I make chapters. So I show when the game actually starts. And specifically when I'm talking about news or like tier lists or stuff like that, I try to like spread them over based on what I'm currently talking about. But for gameplay videos, I usually have like an intro, gameplay, and outro. Now, for example, for my Resident 3 Let's Play, I usually just have gameplay and outro, because my intros are usually like 3 or 4 seconds and we're just going to go straight into the game. I don't want to spend time talking about welcome back to the episode. Last time we did this, that, and I speak 2 minutes of that and then just finally get to playing the game. No, I usually talk for like 10-20 seconds max and we get it moving. So I don't feel the need to add a chapter that's only 20 seconds. I just keep it on gameplay. But usually on the outro, I do talk about what I've done in the episode, what progress I've made, what I've been doing, that sort of thing. And it can actually take 2 to 3 minutes max usually. And I do want to separate the chapter because some people want to hear that. Some people just think, okay, I've watched the most important bit of the video. I'm now going to move on because those 3 times are more precious for me for other stuff. And that's completely fine. That's why I'm making those. With the streaming videos, I want to specify that first of all, while I do stream, I don't always put the focus on chat. I do talk about stuff. I do talk with chat, stuff like that. They're not as populated. I don't have always people to talk to, and that's completely fine. So it's more to like digress to people that you guys don't have to worry. I will 99% of the time will talk about the game, and it won't break the immersion as much, if anything at all. Not that I have noticed anyways. I usually try to keep the topic on the game as much as I can. And that's important for me because I'm making Twitch Let's Plays sometimes, but they are meant to also go on YouTube. That's kind of my priority. The quality, like I mentioned, because I keep talking about the next very thing, I don't edit the videos because rendering them again just compresses the quality yet again. And then I feel like I put such a shitty video out, and I don't want that. But I feel like for the future, I want to actually do most of my Let's Plays through recordings instead of streaming. And I feel like I kind of want to use streaming for other stuff, whether it's like MMORPGs, multiplayer games, or single player games that I have done a Let's Play of, but I don't want to re-upload another stream to YouTube. So I'm just going to make the videos on Twitch, and on the 14th day, they get removed, and that's that. People can watch me progress through a game I've already recorded. That's completely fine. I already have a Let's Play of Gothic 2. I feel like streaming Gothic 2 again, but I won't be actually uploading it to YouTube yet again. That's just going to be a whole streaming thing. So maybe that sort of thing will be reserved for streaming. But in the sense of like making videos for YouTube, I kind of want to slow down the VODs. I want to slow down the streaming content. I feel like Enderal so far will be one of the last things right now from my Twitch that will move onto YouTube. And everything else right now is being recorded manually. Risen 3 has been recorded. Knights of the Old Republic 1, a certain Let's Play has been recorded. And that's kind of the lately ones. I can actually scroll down here. Obviously, the Star Wars Battlefront 2 Galactic Conquest Let's Play is recording as well, but that's because I have to heavily edit them as well. The Revenge of the Sith Let's Play is being recorded from the PlayStation 2 game. So yeah, lately I move on to simply recording the videos because it gets the best quality, provided I do get the VP09 codec, which I don't always get. I usually get AVC1, so it's not always the best quality. But hey, if I get more views, I'm sure it will get to that codec, or if I obviously record it and render it in 1440p. But that will take more time for my videos to upload, and I don't feel that it's too worthy. So basically that, yeah, just reworking on my channel. I'll put a couple links of playlists down in the description or maybe on the comments, and I'll pin it for people to check out because I have a lot of Let's Plays. And if people feel like, you know what, Surfy, you make decent content, I want to watch you. And I'm like, yes, brother, because I've got hours and hours of content for you. And just because they're 3-hour stream does not mean it's quantity over quality, because I do always try to portray the best out of me. I never stream when I'm too tired. I'm not going to record when I'm super tired. If I feel like I'm tired, I'm just simply not going to record. I may have baggy eyes, but I'll be honest, I feel like it's genetics. Yeah, I'm going to leave it here. I'm going to thank you all for watching. I do hope you appreciate my content. I do try to make it the best I can. Right now, I'm still trying to record and upload about 2 videos a day if I'm able to with one short. Obviously, you have to remember, I still work 33 hours a week. And I have some other stuff, and I don't always have time to make content, but I do the best that I can right now. So sometimes I have these surges of being able to really do a lot, and I want to make the best use of it. Because I'll be honest, this month and next month are going to be very hectic for me in real life, and I want to make sure I have enough videos to be able to post on the days that I'm just not available on the PC, and basically that. So working my ass off for you guys. I just hope you guys enjoyed. And if not, completely fine. It's so easy to move on to other YouTubers. That's completely fine. And if you want to stick with me, I highly appreciate it, you know, and I'll keep doing what I do best. And we'll see where it leads. So anyways, thank you all for watching. It's been an absolute pleasure. And I'll see you all in the next video. Take care. Peace.